Sometimes I sit and wonder where my little life went wrong. These old jailhouse blues have got me singing this here song.
Let's talk a little bit about hydration in our animals. The weather's starting to break. It's getting a little warmer outside. A lot of times we forget to keep enough water down for our dogs, and some people leave water down all the time, which is not a big deal. But if you're outside and your dog's playing and doing all these things, you want to make sure that they're getting enough water. And the rule of thumb is that for every ounce, a pound. So if the dog weighs 20 pounds, it needs 20 ounces of water. If it weighs 60 pounds, it needs 60 ounces of water a day. And a lot of times you can keep track of this by putting a board up, maybe a whiteboard, and marking off, my dog drank this size bowl of water here. For the crates, this thing is one of these to keep water. Every time I come to the car, I always put water in, regardless if it's not any in there, because you never know the lapse of time if you're going to be out doing something real quick, and we want to make sure they have plenty of water. Rule of thumb is I don't like to give them cold water. I like to give them room temperature water. The other thing is I always keep water on hand, like this jug in the car. So I keep this jug of water in the car, and it stays pretty cool. A few things you can also do to keep your dog cool in the summertime, if you're in the vehicle a lot, is the sun visor for the front. I leave the hatch open on the car throughout the day, and I have a fan also that blows on her constantly. So certain signs that you want to look for if your dog is dehydrated will be little energy, the lack of appetite, sunken eyes, and dry mouth. It's pretty common in most dogs that we leave water outside. It's a good practice also when you're giving the dog water to clean the bowl daily. I mean, I take this bowl every single morning before we get started. I take the bowl in the house, I clean it, put fresh water in the bowl, because throughout the day she shakes, gets dirt, dust inside of it and everything like that, and I want her to have fresh water at all times. When she eats food, she'll spit a little bit of food back in the water, and we want to give these animals the best hydration we can, because especially for her, she's a working dog, she's constantly going. It gets hot. We're in North Carolina right now, so it's a lot warmer here than it is back home. Just want to take care of them. Okay, for the heat inside the cars during the daytime, you want to make sure that you have the windows cracked, down efficiently enough so that the good breeze is coming through. I bought the Ryobi fan this year from Home Depot, and I have a hanger. We also sell these hangers for the Roughland crates, and this puts air directly on her all day long. This thing lasts. I mean, I've had it for 2 days going this far. The battery's flashing out. It's been running all day long, so 8 hours a day for the last couple of days. It does a really phenomenal job. It's, I leave it on the low setting most of the time. Like I said, in a couple of weeks it's going to get a lot hotter here, and we'll have to crank the air up on it. I don't know how long the battery will last, but if you buy a couple of batteries, you can just swap them out and keep them charged. I bring that battery in every 2 days and charge it on the low setting. Keeps her super cool through the day. I park in the shade most of the time. If you can find a shady place to park your vehicle in the shade. If your dog has to stay in the car for a limited, amount of time. They also make these things that you can buy that will allow you to govern the temperature on your vehicle. It tells you if it gets too hot for the animal or whatever. A lot of times if it gets too hot, we'll have to pull the crates out of the car and let the dog sit outside while we're doing things. But a good rule of thumb is keep a check on your vehicle throughout the day periodically when you're working with the dogs and stuff like that. You don't want to leave them in there if it's too hot. Try to get them out, get them some water, and that'll keep them a whole lot healthier animal. One thing I forgot to mention also, some dogs that don't drink a lot of water, you can also feed the wet dog food, and that'll also give them a little bit more water than if they're not used to drinking a whole lot of water. That also helps keep them hydrated.